1, 2, 3. Two tunes. The first one is a Playford tune called Dick's Maggot, and the second tune was written by Alistair Anderson, and that was called Dog Leap Stairs, and it's track 4 from the album. And I guess it was one of the first things we put together, really. I mean, sort of melody-wise, they go together so incredibly well because they sort of share a bit of a phrase, really. So it was just such an obvious thing. It took us about half an hour to arrange that one. So,
It took us ages though to get the recording, didn't it? It was funny because we tried to record it, and it was just sort of, sometimes when you're recording and you haven't got an audience there or anything, it's quite easy to just be trying too hard to get things right and be a bit lifeless somehow. Yeah. And we just had all these takes and none of them were really very good. And then it was it the 10th anniversary of Folk Waves? Was that
something more than 10, isn't
There was some anniversary thing of Folk Waves radio station. Well, I'm not sure which anniversary it was, but it was an anniversary of Folk Waves, the radio station. And we went and played that track live, and we were the surprise guests for Mick and Lester that gig guide Nigel had organised. Yeah. And it just came across so much better when we played it on the radio, and we realised it was because we we weren't trying to be so mechanical somehow. We were just sort of playing it, and we had a couple of people sort of watching us, and so the next morning when we went and recorded it, I think we did it in 2 takes, and it was just had a lot more energy and stuff. So
You use a lot of technical names in your song titles. You like Dick's Maggot is a good example, and the album's called Catches and Glees. What is a maggot?
A maggot. Someone told me something crazy the other day about maggots. I always thought a maggot was a tune that gets stuck in your head. An earworm. A tune that kind of just stays in your head after you've heard it and you're kind of singing it for days afterwards. I think that's what a maggot is, although I'm not particularly educated in these kind of things. So
people sometimes come up and tell us different stuff, but nothing else has convinced me as much as that. Really.
Yeah.
And what are Catches and Glees?
Well, actually, the Catches and Glees is the name of one of the tunes on the album, but Catches and Glees, there are 2 different types of song. So in fact, when I was in Canada with Bellowhead in the summer, I went to a bookshop in Canada and found a book of catches, and they're they're really, really short, tiny little songs, and Glees, another sort of song, from the kind of medieval period.
That's actually an instrumental track, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It is. What Catches and Glees was. That's actually a tune. I got confusion.
Yeah.
I heard that you sometimes name tunes at the last minute. Is that right?
Yeah, that could be correct.
There's a tune on there. Did we actually write the name of it down in Jail Song?
No.
There's a tune that we've slotted in the middle of Jail Song, and it's actually a tune that I wrote. And we really were struggling to find a name for it, and we decided that I was just selling my first ever car. I had to get rid of him, so we ended up calling the tune "Goodbye Kenneth." But we were so embarrassed about it that we didn't even write it on the sleeve.
It was one of those kind of filling in all the details to send the album off for manufacture, and I said, Hannah, you've got 10 minutes to find a tune name for your tune.
You texted me, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I texted back just saying "Goodbye Kenneth," and so I was just like, no.
Yeah.